Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana zidna ilma. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir. Rabbi wa tammim bil khair. Allahumma ja'alil Qur'ana rabi'a qulubina wa nur sudurina. Allahumma ameen. So we are going to start our today's session. Alhamdulillah. Um, in last week we were discussing about the types of ma. Nowadays we are just almost towards the end of this course, inshallah, soon, and we are doing some advanced topics. And last week we discussed about types of ma. Inshallah, today there are few more types are left, so we will discuss about those types, and then we will go to the next lesson, inshallah. So just to recap that we were discussing that types of ma, and there were 8 types of ma which we have included here in our course. And they were, first was ma istifhamiya, that is used to ask question, and sometimes it is used with harf jar. Then second is ma nafiya, used for negation, and also it is coming with a combination of ma illa, ma bi to make it strong negation. Then third one is ma mausula. Uh, it is same like alladhi, allazina, is ma mausula. So it is ma mausula with silatul mausul. When they combine with each other, it can be used as fa'il, maf'ul, mudaf, mudaf ilayhi, sifa, majroor, or all those we have seen that. So this is ma mausula. Then there is ma shartiya. It can come with the conditional sentence, and it has the rules of jawazimul fi'lul mudari. So this ma shartiya is one of the jazimul fi'lul mudari, and it makes the mudari as majzoom, and it is in man ma bainama. So these are with the conditional sentences, they can be used. So that is ma shartiya. The Biya, it is ma of amazement. It is used to express surprise, amazement, and it is in the form of, on a pattern of ma af'ala, like ma asbara, ma akfara. So it is on the pattern of ma af'al. Then we have discussed last time about the ma zaida, and it is used ma zaida in the most of the time it is used for emphasis. So it basically magnify the meaning of noun, as we have seen last time, uh, that it affect the other word. Instead of translating it separately, we can use it as to affect or magnify the to with to put more emphasis on the word. Like if we see here, this is one of the example we have. فَإِمَّا تَرَيِنَّ مِنَ الْبَشَرِ أَحَدًا فَقُولِي إِنِّي نَظَرْتُ لِلرَّحْمَنِ سَوْمًا. So here, imma is in plus ma. تَرَيِنَّ مِنَ الْبُشْرِ. So if we translate it, so we have seen that this is ma zaida. So in ma zaida, if we don't translate it, then also it make a sense like fa, so in if, and let's skip the ma for the time being. Tarayanna, you see, and there is already a nono taqid here, mean you will definitely see. So if I translate it so if you see any from human, then you say any from the human, I mean any from the human being, the then you say, indeed, I have pledged of fasting for the extremely merciful. So here, Tariyanna, noon is already there. That you see mean you will definite, that will going to be happen, definitely happen. So this we did not translate ma, still it make a sense, but this ma is can be used to affect the other word, that is tariyanna. So tariyanna, you will definitely see. So this ma will magnify, it will magnify it more, put more emphasis, and you will definitely, it will make the possibility of this happening even more. So if we put emphasis, use it as ma zaida with tariyanna, so we can we can translate it as, if you see any from human, and if you see any from human, and that will most definitely happen, that will most definitely happen. This ma is more emphasizing it. So then you say, indeed, I have pledged of fasting. I have pledged of fasting for for the extremely merciful Rahman. So this is ma zaida, and it is used to put more takid. It is used for takid, and we can recognize it that if we cannot translate it, if we don't translate it, then the sentence will still make a sense. So it will put more emphasis. So it is used as to magnify the meaning, to putting more emphasis on the ism or isme common noun. So today, next two more types we will discuss, and that is one of that ma masdariya. Masdariya. Masdariya, we know that the word, this is masdar. Masdar is a noun. Normally, when we do the table, file, fail madi, fail mudare, amr nahi, ismul fa'il, maf'ul, and last is masdar. Masdar is noun. So this is ma masdariya. So what is basically this ma masdariya does? This is a ma which is used to change a verb into a noun. Means change the verb or convert the verb fi'l to masdar. So it will convert the verb into masdar. This is called ma masdariya. Uh, let us try to understand with the example, like here, وَأَعْيُنُهُمْ تَفِيدُ مِنَ الدَّمْعِ حَزَنًا أَلَّا يَجِدُ مَا يُنْفِقُونَ. So here, if we see the ma, this is ma. So here we have the verb, يُنْفِقُونَ. This is a verb. Let's see that how we can, this ma can change verb into a noun, into a masdar. Uh, وَأَعْيُنُهُمْ, and your eyes, tafidu, overflow, min, from, ad-dam'i, tears, tear, hazana, grief, Allah, Allah is an plus la, yajidu, they find, ma yunfiqun. And if we translate it, we can say here, let's take this ma as it is. Normally, most of the time we use ma as ma masula, mean what. Let's see it as what, and then we will translate this sentence. And it is our a'yunuhum, and your eyes overflow, and your eyes overflow with tear, hazana, because of grief, out of grief, that not they find what they spent, that not they find what they spent. Here I just use this ma as no what, but here if we use this ma as ma masdariya, so it is before this, this is verb. So what will it do? It change the verb into noun. So yunfiquna means they spend, uh, they spend. And if we change this verb into a masdar, so this yunfiqu is coming from anfaqa, yunfiqu, infaq. So yunfiquna, if we change into masdar, so it will be infaqahum, their spending, because this is inside door is they, so we can say their spending. And now let's try to translate it. It will make more sense. And your eyes overflow with tears out of grief that not they find their expenses, their spending, that not they find their expenses. So instead of what they spend, we use the meaning as their expenses. So it will be more clear it. So in this case, ma masdariya will be used. So here, yeah, their eyes. So again, if we translate it, sorry, ayunukum. So their eyes overflow with tears because of grief that they find Allah yajidu, that they find their expenses. And one of this example, while we were doing, okay, let's do another example here. يعرفونه كما يعرفون أبناءهم. يعرفون, this is from عرف يعرف, and معرفة is masdar. So يعرفونه, they recognize him. Ka, like, or as. Let's say ma, usually we do that. Ma what? يعرفون, they recognize أبناءهم, their father. So they recognize him as what? If we just take it as a normal ma, as what they recognize their father, abnahum. So here there is a ma. Let's there is a fail after that, ya'rifuna. So if we change this ya'rifuna, let's say that this is ma masdariya, then ma masdariya, its function is that it change a verb to noun, masdar. So the masdar for ya'rifuna will be arafa ya'rifu ma'rifa, if I remember right. Yes, ma'rifa. So ya'rifuna, because they recognize, so we can say ma'rifahum. Ma'rifahum. And this type of masdar is basically called masdar. This is interpreted masdar. Actually, it is not, but we just interpret it. So we will say that this masdar is interpreted masdar and masdar mu'awwal. Awwala yu'awwilu ta'wil. Ta'wil mean interpretation. So it is interpreted masdar. So we can say that they recognize him as they are recognizing, as they are recognizing their father. So here we change ya'rifuna, meaning instead of verb, we use it as masdar. So such type of ma is called ma masdariya. Oh, sorry, Ibn means sons, so abnahum, their sons. So here we'll take question, inshallah. Let me finish. So يعرفونه كما يعرفون. Today I think is having some issue. Sorry. So abnahum, their son. So they recognize him as they are recognizing their son. So this type of ma is called ma masdariya. One thing while we were doing in my prayers, yes, my salati, we were just this, there was kama sallaita and kama barakta. While Brother Shehbaz was explaining us there that while translating it, there was a point that ka, as ma sallaita, you are sending blessing. You are sending mercy, and ma barakta, you are sending blessing. O Allah, send mercy upon Muhammad and upon the family of Muhammad as you are sending blessing. So at that time, we just translated as you are sending. So this ma is also ma, it was translated as you are sending because of that this ma is ma masdariya. If I am right, Brother Shehbaz, would you add here something?
Yeah, you're right. That's correct.
Okay. So similarly here, when we were doing this, Barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta. as ma barakta, as you are sending blessing. So this is fi'l. So this verb, that this ma is changing this verb into noun. While we were doing practice on breakout room, so there was some question about this, why we are changing. So this is the reason that this is a ma. This ma is called ma masdariya, and it is changing the fi'l, verb into noun. Verb into noun. So here we have this. So Zainab, you have question?
Yeah, when you translated the previous one as recognizing instead of you instead of they recognize, isn't recognizing still a verb?
Ya'rifuna. What is the meaning of ya'rifuna?
They recognize?
They recognize. Okay. And what is masdar?
Arfun? Master is a verbal noun, right?
Yeah, that is to recognize, or we can use it as recognizing. Like kama sallaita, you are sending. Ma barakta, you are sending blessing.
Okay.
So that is basically that seems to us continuous, but go ahead, Shubhasvi. Shubhasvi, you are saying something?
Oh, I just was trying to say, like, this verb is a verb, obviously. I mean, we go back to the, yeah, arifuna is as a verb. And the question was why we are treating it as an ism now, a noun. Why we are interpreting it as a noun. Because when we are replacing it with this masdar is a noun. So it will be like ma'rifahum. They're recognizing. And because of ka is harf jar, it will be ma'rifati him. Ka ma'rifati him. So ma'rifati him, which is mudaf ilayhi, is a noun. Right? So ma ya'rifuna is equal to ma'rifatihim. So that is why we are saying this. We are translating it as we translate a noun. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like here, yunfiquna, it is infaqahum, their spending. And ya'rifuna, like ma'arifahum, they're recognizing.
Okay.
And similarly here, you're spending ma sallayt, and this is called masdar mu'awwal. This terminology that is interpreted masdar, we are using it. And next, last type of ma we have, that is ma zamaniya. Zamaniya. Uh, Basically, it talks about the time or quantity, period of time. So it is about time or quantity. So we can understand it by example. Let's say this first example, فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ مَسْتَطَعْتُمْ. So here, so you all fear Allah. So you all fear Allah. Ma, let's see, ma is what? Istata'atum. You all were able to. You all were able to. But here this ma is ma zamaniya. Fattaqullaha mastata'atum. So here we can translate it as you all fear Allah as much as you are able to. So here this, when it is used with this is madi istata'atum. When it is used with the ma zamaniya, it can be translated as mudare. So mastata'tum. So you all fear Allah. Mastata'tum, as much as. This is quantity. As long as, or as much as. So here, as much as you are able to. Second is, let's see here. Kuntu alayhim shahidan ma dumtu fihim. Kuntu, I was, alayhim, upon them, shahidan, a witness. Ma what? Let's say. Dumtu. I remain. Fihim in them. So we also, I think we discussed this ma, dama, and this. So ma plus dumtu, ma plus dama. So this ma is ma zamaniya. This will, so here we can translate it as, I was witness upon them as long as I remain in them. So this ma is basically telling us about the time or quantity. Ma dumtu, as long as I remain. Kuntu alayhim shahidan, ma dumtu. So ma dama, most of the time it is, we will see that. Similarly here, khalidina fiha ma damatis samawatu wal ard. Those who live in it forever, as long as heavens and the skies. So this is ma zamaniya. It is as much as long as. So this was the last type of ma. So if we see that, we have seen the different type of ma, and there were, at least we should know the name, ma istifhamiya. Just what is the use? Question. Ma nafiya, used for negation. Ma masula, combined. It is, if it is combined with silatul mawsul, it can act as mudaf ilayhi, majroor, khabar. There is a list like that. Second is, fifth one is ma ta'ajjubiya, ma of amazement. It is used to express surprise, and it will be in the pattern of ma af'ala. Ma zaida is used to put emphasis. Then we have ma masdariya. It changes the verb to noun. So that just it interpret the verb into noun, that is masdar. And that masdar, we can say it is masdar muawwal, just for interpretation, just for explanation. Temporarily it is changed to masdar for translation. Then we have seen ma zamaniya. So it is used for time, as much as long as. So what is the purpose? Is that basically ma is used a lot in Quran. So what we can do, at least just that whenever we see ma in Quran, the least effort we can, that we should just put a pause there. Just try to think that on which category this ma is falling. Is it ma ta'ajjubiya, ma zaida, ma masdariya, ma istifamiya, ma nafiya, ma masula, like that. It will really help us to improve the understanding of Quran. So I would like that we should go, if to go to the breakout room, at least we should know the list of ma and why they are used. We can spend 5 minutes and that would be beneficial for us. You know.